Hey guys, welcome to this Doom Raid Mutant section video. We're going to look at the Unkillable Axmen, astonishing X-Men if you will, who move very slow. In this video, I'll talk about their builds, their ISOs, their power levels, T4s, and how I tackle the nodes. So, to start, let's go ahead and look at their power levels, ISOs, and I'll tell you about all my star levels and everything like that. You notice this is my smallest Doom team, actually. Which is something to be said. So, here we go. This is a 530k team. I know I said smallest. That might seem very big for being a small team, but in the Doom Raid, that's not very big. You're kind of looking at like 600, 650 plus kind of teams to really get your money's worth. Anyway, we'll start on the left with Bishop. So I have him at 5 red, 6 yellow, G15, and he's a level 5 striker. Iceman, 5 red, 5 yellow, level 75, G14, level 5 skirmisher. Need that focus on. Jubilee, 5 red, 5 yellow, G15, level 5 striker. Kitty, 5 red, 5 yellow, G14, level 75, level 5 skirmisher. And then Bishop, 5 red, 6 yellow, level 70, G13, level 5 skirmisher. I think I've now brought Beast up because of what happens on the boss node, but we'll get into that. So I like to set this node up by basic attacking the Heimdall to try and flip the Sif defense up. We'll get that done. And of course with Bishop, you want to start with your special over your ultimate. You want to wait till you have offense up and charged if it can be helped before you go ahead and blow that ult. Let me start picking them apart. My son's birthday, he's yelling for me. I guess he's awake now. So when Vulture spawns in, he's going to go ahead and hit Bishop. He's going to ping him out, and you get a bunch of speed. And we'll go ahead and clear the map with the ult. We're not afraid of using Beast's special anytime, just because of how many turns he's going to get, how quickly he'll get it. Plus, if things get hairy and you drop into yellow, he's going to get energy so that he can use it again, right? However, we're going to save that ultimate for to set up the next node. So in this node, you really want to get a slow on Ghost, and you want to get a blind on Wasp and Yellow Jacket, if not outright kill them. And you see him holding on to cooldowns for the next node. Now there you go, we use the undodgeable attack from Bishop. And this is obviously just, we got the train rolling, right? So they're dead in the water, especially with these slows over there. You get a nice crit from Bishop to take Ghost out. Yeah, there you go. So that's the first node. Nothing special there, guys. You may not have seen that node if you're in the far right lane, but it's really easy, and I think it actually makes the next node easier because you're able to get Beast's ultimate up before the node. So here we go, second node. Now we got a bunch of tanks here, so I want to get rid of them, but since I got Beast ultimate up, I want to get defense out there, I want to get offense up on everybody, and here we go. So the offense up helps Kitty land her offense downs, and it helps Iceman land his slows. So what we want to do is we want to take out the Bishop before the next Bishop drops in, because we definitely don't want two Bishops up at the same time when Magneto comes, so we need to be able to control that. So Squirrel Girl is going to get her abilities off. There's nothing you can really do about that. It used to be a death sentence because Bishop, he was getting powered by your Jubilee, but they fixed that now, so that's great. So we'll go ahead and we'll stun Squirrel Girl so she can't give us offense down. And now the next person we take out is going to spawn in the next wave, I believe. Go over to Punisher, just get rid of him. We get some immunities. No, just the one, that's okay. So this is great. Bishop spawned in, we had Iceman ready to go, so he's going to take away that taunt right away, and then Kitty's going to get a turn, and we get another assist from Iceman, so we get a slow on Magneto. Now what's going to happen next is our Jubilee is going to show you why her special is super great. So assist from everybody, plus giving them all offense up, which sets up Bishop to use his ultimate, and then away you go. So very important when this wave drops, just to get the taunt off Bishop and to kill the Magneto before he does his thing. So we actually kill 3 people with that ult. It's great. Could have killed Toad there. That probably would have been the better move, but it's whatever. We take the Bishop out before the Blob and the other Captain Marvel drop in. And we actually take the Toad out too. So a good thing about these Astonishing X-Men is when they get their speed meter, it sometimes bypasses when waves would otherwise drop in, which is super duper helpful. So we go ahead and we get a blind on Blob and we get a slow on Captain Marvel. And I guess this doesn't really matter, but we'll flip the offense up into offense down on Blob. We're just going to take them out. We have so much speed meter at this point, and with the slows, they're not going to do a damn thing to us. So that's the second node. Now we're looking at the boss node. Now I don't have footage of the mini boss on the far right lane, but it's very similar to the symbiote node with Hela, where there's a Hela and you have Astonishing X-Men, so you instantly win. You just kill 3 or 4 Gregs, you start doing some splash damage all over the place, you save Hela for as last as possible, and then you win. So let's get into the much more difficult mutant boss node. Now you'll see, I think I blew through like 800 cores trying to make this node work. I can't one-shot it with this power level. I need to invest in them further, a couple more G15s, a couple more T4s, but you'll see I have it on auto from the get-go. I target Doom, and I basically let it run, and I just kind of guide the targets every once in a while. Now this is unfortunate because you're going to waste things like Jubilee Stun, Jubilee Special, Beast abilities, Bishop's not going to use his ultimate at super opportune times. Like, you always want to prep the ultimate with the special if you can, but the best I could do doing this by hand was 6 enemies left. So yeah, I just kept retrying. I learned, however, that they can do 0 damage to the Astonishing X-Men. This node just doesn't hit very hard. It's just unfortunate that Scopely's decided they want us to time out, so they put in the longest animations, even on low graphics mode. This just is not one-shottable by my 530k team. So I will note that the Dooms and the Doom Ray don't have that speed plus ability energy that Doom gets when he drops below 50%. Otherwise, this team would not work, because you saw, I mean, I dropped him into yellow. If he just had his turn there, I would have died, right? But it is what it is. That's always helpful for us. So what I like to do is I want to ping out the Squirrel Girl, and I want to ping out the Emma before she puts more slows out there. You could just go for the X Factor. Like I said, guys, I did this like 6 times on full auto just to try and get it done. I tried a bunch of different targets. It always ended up the same. I always had between 3 and 5 enemies left. I had 6 when I did it by hand. And it didn't matter who I targeted first. It didn't matter if I went X Factor and left the Squirrel Girl. It didn't matter if I went Black Bolt and left the other. I tried everything, basically all in full auto, which is cool. So they're unkillable, which just means they need to get stronger, and we'll get it done. I think I need to shave a full minute off the time. So I'm hoping Beast G15, Kitty G15, Iceman G15. I'm going to put a T4 in all their basics once I get those materials, and then I'll report back to you guys. But I think this is important because although people are using the X Factor method where you clone an extra long shot that the great philosopher told everybody about, my X Factor is not very big. I didn't wail on them. I did buy a couple Bishop offers, but the rest I just kind of got from lucky orb pulls and stuff, so I think it's maybe a more player-friendly team, but maybe not. It's all going to depend on your RNG, I suppose. But I like the Astonishing X-Men, and I think when the slider comes, they're going to be much more reliable than the X Factor variant. I've also heard the X Factor variant could get wiped out before they get the ball rolling, and that was from someone in my alliance with like a 6 red Shatterstar and long shot, and he just said like sometimes he gets blown up before he can do anything. And I can't say if that's, you know, improper play or what that might be from, so I'll just take his word for it. We take the Taskmaster out. We don't want to get blinded. We don't want to get all these things cleansed, so JJ takes her first turn. See right there, because we're on auto, we wasted that special. If we held onto that special maybe till the next node drops, it could have been better. One thing for sure, as far as animations go, Dadbros have super long animations, but the idea with the other method of having long shot on your team is that the animations are all coming from you, so at least you're doing damage. But when Shatterstar starts doing his ultimate, it's such a time kill. I think it's like 6 seconds, even on ×3, which is ridiculous. So yeah, we'll go for Squirrel Garganza. Basically what I like to do, and it seemed to... This was the closest I got to a one-shot, I should say. What I like to do is I like to go for the controllers and supports, so the Emmas and the Squirrel Girl. Obviously Doom has to die first, otherwise he'll reach his second turn and kill you. But other than that, Doom, controller supports, put it on auto, and just hope your animations are faster than mine, I suppose. Maybe if you got better assists from Bishop. That's kind of the knock on the Astonishing X-Men, right? Is sometimes you don't get the assists on Bishop enough. You get them all on Kitty or Beast, which is why I'm going to T4 all their basics. But that's very minimal damage increase. I'll let you know how it goes, but I'm not super excited about doing it. So here we go. We're down to the last 5. I think we get down to 3. Yeah, so we get down to 3 and we'll have to go back in and do that. Super unfortunate. I think that's the best. Maybe I got to 2 once, but I don't think so. So we use another 200 cores. So yeah, I think I did all the 50s, all the 100s. I think I did 2 200s, and then I was like, no, that's it. I'm not trying anymore. And we just get some slows out there again. If I didn't have the Iceman ult up, I would have just aimed it at the 2 that are grouped together at the basic. So he's gonna, well, not kill himself, but Kitty will finish him off. And then, yeah, this is obviously a pretty easy cleanup. But as you saw, guys, my Astonishing X-Men were unkillable at 530. If I get them up to 650, say if they ever make any of them farmable again, or ever, then I think we'll be okay. So, big old boss Black Bolt. It's gonna take a while to kill. Have a stun for him. We do. Oh, but he resists. Yeah, I was very surprised that on that first Black Bolt, in the first wave, I could just let him ult my Astonishing X-Men, and it did nothing. Like, I didn't drop into the yellow, let alone the red. I never got into any damage, any trouble in any of my attempts, which is why I felt comfortable to keep retrying it. I'd be interested in know if the Dadbros can get in trouble, but that's not for me to find out. My Dadbros are too small. It's gonna take a while before they get up there. Shadowland's coming first. Anyway, let me hide myself, talk about T4s. So these are the T4s I currently have on. Whoops. Let's go back. So these are the T4s I currently have. You see I have Jubilee completely maxed. I had Bishop complete maxed because like everyone else, I really thought that duo was going to be enough, that I would put them into some hybrid team and they'd be good enough on their own. I then built up the other Axmen because I just started getting good pulls. I got the 5 red star on Beast from the event, I got a 6 red on Kitty, and I got a 5 red on Iceman. And actually I had to promote Bishop up from 3 red stars, which sucked, but you know, we got him up to 5 and now he works. So besides Jubilee and Bishop, we have the passive on Kitty, which is really important for survivability. I'm gonna do her basic, which is gonna strip more buffs, although I don't think there's a lot of buffs in the Doom Rage to strip. So, you know, it's just really for the damage. Beast, we just did the special. That just helps cleanse more things. The passive would be nice for resistance, I suppose. Maybe if you resist more the Emma slows and stuff, that last node wouldn't be so bad. So I'll take a look at that one. His basic is just straight damage, so it's kind of a waste, but we're gonna try and make it work. And then we have Iceman. His passive makes him do less damage to you, which is great. And I'm going to do his basic as well. It's also just damage, but it's going to be helpful. Anyway, guys, I hope you found this video informative, if not a little entertaining, to watch me just waste cores like crazy. I hope this finds you well, and we'll see you on the next one. We're doing Bio next. Peace.